Papa Goss is here. Sweet.
Woohoo! Yay! Tell him to ask. Is it him or her?
Him.
Him. Tell him to ask some questions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Papa Goss. Thank you. Ask some questions, man. I've been on his podcast before. I'm actually scheduled to go on his podcast
Oh,
again
sick.
soon, next
All
week, I
right. This
believe.
is a job interview then.
Perfect. No, I already got that job.
uh,
No, he's a great guy. He has a great podcast movie, The Movies That Made Us. It's really great.
Oh, that's an
okay.
amazing.
Shout
The
out.
movies that made us. Yeah.
Okay.
It has
Uh,
nothing. Is it connected to the Netflix series, The Movies That
It
Made Us?
no. I may have actually said it wrong. Movies that make us, movies that make. I'm kicking myself now because I should know this. And sorry, Papa Goss, and he can correct me. Um, but anyway, he and I we did one session before where we talked a lot about Iron Lung, and Anna Fugate Downs was with us as well.
Sick. Yes.
So yeah, but this time we're going to be talking about Coyote versus Acme, like the lead up movies that make you.
oh,
That is
I'm
it. Thank you, Papa
excited
Gus.
about that one.
So sorry for fucking up the name, bro.
It's
Movies
all
that
good.
make
Movies
you.
that make you is
Movies
the
that
name
make.
of the podcast. Great podcast. Check
Right.
it out. But anyway, back
Wow.
back to the podcast I'm currently on.
Shout out.
All right.
Well,
Get it started.
ladies and gentlemen, we're here. We're back again. So we're back. Get Reelisms is back. Episode 199.5.
Ooh.
So that we can, 200th episode is going to be a little bit of a special one for all of the Get Realisms creators. So we're going to be coming together for that hopefully
Next
soon.
week. Yes.
Hopefully next week. Because your boy has a gig.
Oh, yay.
But
Figure it
we're gonna figure that out. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Get Reelisms Podcast, episode 199.5. My name is Adam Chase Rennie.
And I am Christine Chen, and we're really excited for our old friend and guest, Jason Vines. Jason, can you introduce yourself?
Absolutely. My name is Jason Vines, and I am a special effects makeup artist and prop fabricator living and working in Austin, Texas.
Yes. And when I met you, you also acted too.
I did, and
Yes.
Ooh.
I haven't in a long time. That's actually how you and I met. I played a piece of bacon once for you.
Yes. And then you were also in my Doritos commercial.
Oh,
Yes.
oh yes.
Where you were licking envelopes. It was
Oh my
hilarious.
gosh, I was so creepy in that.
It
That
was
great.
amazing. Everybody
Oh,
loves it.
and you also had me in in the most uncomfortable acting gig I've ever had, where I had to be racist towards Asians.
Oh.
Which, oh my gosh, I had to go take like 8 showers after that. It was awful. It was really, really terrible.
I like putting people in comfortable positions.
Yes, and boy did you. But thank you. I feel stronger now for it.
Yeah.
Do you don't act very much anymore these
Not
days?
anymore. I haven't in a long time, and I miss it honestly. I used to do improv a lot,
Yes.
and did that for I don't know over a decade, and then life and COVID got in the way,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
That
kind
little
of
thing.
put the kibosh on that. So yeah, the whole scene is way different now. It's not the same as it was. I miss that creative outlet. I used to also get it through karaoke. I'd get up on
Yeah.
stage and pretend to be a rock star for 5 minutes. And
Perfect.
so yeah, I'm currently seeking other performative outlets, and this one's helping.
Excellent. Is Meow Wolf performative or is more your craft and stuff?
Oh, for me, it was the craft. I'm wearing a shirt I got there actually
I was
right
Yeah.
about
now.
to say that looks like
Yeah,
a Meow Wolf shirt. I
oh,
love
it's a
it.
very Meow Wolf shirt. One of my favorite ones.
Awesome.
No, yeah, I helped build the Meow Wolf that's in Houston.
Yeah.
Radio Tave is what they call it. I
Okay.
was what they called a frosting artist. I was part of the art team task force. Basically, what that
Cool.
means is I was kind of filling in the blanks, basically. So
Hmm.
let's say they made a large sculpture in
Hmm.
Santa Fe and shipped it over to Houston to be hung up. They hang it up on the wall. Now it's just on a white wall, but it's in
Hmm.
a room that's like got all kinds of neon stuff going on, and it's supposed
Right.
to be underwater. So my job is to tie it into the rest of the room,
Very
make it
cool.
look like it's organic and meant to be there, and not just a piece of art hung up on a white wall. That,
Yeah.
in general, is what my job was. So day in and day out, I was either sculpting, molding, casting, painting,
It's amazing.
fabricating something.
Yeah.
It did not suck. It was a great way to
That
spend
sounds
some time.
awesome. How long have
Yeah.
you been doing that?
I only did it the one time. It was
Oh, that one
just like
time.
a
Okay.
contract gig. It's basically I spent a whole summer in
Uh-huh.
Houston doing that and commuting back and forth, which BT dubs I don't
What?
recommend.
From Austin
From
to
Austin.
Houston?
Well, every
Oh my
weekend I was
god.
coming back home. Yeah, it was a big strain. That part was not so great. It was a huge strain on my family.
Yeah.
That was not fun. But man, getting to go to work every single day and make art with some of the best artists in the world, the Meow Wolf folks are fantastic. They were so inspirational, and I had like imposter syndrome big time.
Yeah,
I was like,
I would
holy
too.
shit, these guys really know what the fuck they're
Yeah.
doing, and I'm just this some jackass making little. I got my little monsters I make. No man, but it was really great, a super great experience. And if you haven't been, you should go check out Meow Wolf in Houston. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh
Is
yeah.
there a Meow Wolf in Austin, or is it just?
No, there is not,
There should be though.
unfortunately.
It makes sense to
Oh,
be in Austin.
yeah.
There
That's
were
for sure.
early on there were I believe there were plans for that.
Okay.
Um, and I don't know all the inner workings of what happened, but I do know there's a documentary that they put out of like the origin of Meow Wolf and how they
Mm,
began as like this, little outsider art collective, and they all
yeah,
moved into the same house together. They would throw these wild parties, and then that one thing leads to another. Now they've got a gallery space, and now they're this huge
that's
deal.
so
And
cool.
George R. R. Martin bought a freaking bowling alley for them.
What?
They set up, and at
That's
the end
awesome.
of that documentary, they're like, "Hey, here we are in Austin. We're checking out real estate, looking for new places." And then they opened up in Grapevine. So I know that there was a lot of stuff behind the scenes that went down, and I don't want to speak to that because I'm no authority on it. But
Mhm.
yeah, there should be one in Austin, or unfortunately is not. Because man, if there was, I'd never do anything else. I'd just go live there
Oh
and
yeah.
just work there forever if I could. It's
Yeah.
amazing. I loved it.
How did you get started with all that you do from the very beginning?
From the very beginning,
From when you were
um,
born, Jason. Go ahead.
In the beginning
uh,
of time.
I mean, I've always been artistic. I always loved drawing. Some of
Okay.
my earliest drawings I remember was the classic profile view of a horse with mountains in the background and a sun right in the middle of like two peaks of a mountain, pew, right there in the valley,
Okay.
and the little M-shaped birds. And I would draw them, and they would get displayed at the county fair. They always
Oh,
had an art contest every year at the county fair, and you would win like ribbons. So I had like,
oh
you know,
shit.
second place ribbons, first place ribbons sometimes
Really?
for drawings I made as a kid. So I
Hmm.
always loved creating and making art.
Hmm.
Where it started to shift into makeup was around sixth grade. I remember distinctly watching at my grandmother's house. She had this tiny little 13-inch color TV, little
Hmm.
CRT, tiny TV, and I watched Planet of the Apes. And this may have been actually one of the sequels, like Return to the Planet of the Apes or
Oh
something.
yeah, yeah.
But immediately after it, they had a little making of documentary, and it was the first time I'd ever became aware that, oh, this is something that's someone's job is to put makeup on people. And I thought it was so cool that these weren't, you know, actual apes or whatever. And I think I knew that, but I never had seen the how did they go
But
from
you were a
person.
kid though, you know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
was a
At the back
kid,
of
and
your
now I
brain, you're like, do apes exist?
yeah, no, it
Wait,
was
how
just all
how old
movie
were you
magic.
again?
He was in sixth
This was
grade.
sixth grade. Sixth
Yeah.
grade
Oh
is
shit.
the first
Okay.
time that I tried it myself. So
Okay.
when I watched that thing, I don't know that memory is a weird thing.
Yeah.
It could have been years when I before that, but that was the first time I remember thinking, "Oh wow, there are makeup artists in the world." And sixth grade is the very first makeup that I remember doing myself because I made myself into a burn victim
Whoa.
with like
Okay.
latex and toilet
Whoa.
paper and like grease paint, like those little pencils with the gold foil around them that
Yeah.
yeah you get to
Okay.
like do like clown makeup and stuff.
Oh
Like
my
I was
goodness.
in my bathroom making myself look like my face had been horribly burned. And
That's
there's a great
insane.
picture of me with like my long flowing curly mullet
Oh yeah.
and my face burned up. And that was around sixth grade. So that was the first time
Sixth
that
grade.
I delved into the world
Makeup.
of makeup. Now
Yeah.
it wasn't like I started there and then never stopped. No, there was a giant gap
Hmm.
in between that being the very, very first one, and then when I started doing like prosthetics and things like that.
Okay.
And so that was much, much later. This was around in the MySpace era, if you can,
Okay.
because I
Oh,
saw a banner ad that says you can do Hollywood style makeup. And I was like, excuse
wow.
me, click.
Yeah.
And it was a website called screamteam.com. They still exist. They're out there, screamteam.com.
Sounds
And
familiar.
I went on there and ordered um, a set of prosthetics, 'cause you can
Yeah.
just buy that shit online. They
Uh,
mailed it to you with printed instructions. It was like a printed manual and like
uh,
all the makeup and everything. So I sat in my bathroom, made myself up to look like the devil. I had like, the furrowed brow, the hooked nose, the pointed chin, the ears, the horns, the
uh,
works. Threw on a leather jacket and went out for Halloween. I ran in,
wow.
I ran into a bunch of friends of mine, and they
Uh-huh.
had no idea who I was, so I just fucked with them, and I was hooked, man. And also, I ended up meeting Elijah Wood that night. So,
Oh
yeah, and
Whoa.
I
my
got my
God.
picture taken with
Yeah.
Elijah Wood as the devil. So that was where that got started.
Uh-huh. What
Um,
year was that? And where were you? Were you in Austin?
I was in Austin, and I want to
Mhm.
say that was like probably 2005, 2006, around
Okay.
that time
Okay.
period.
Okay.
Because that was, um, yeah, that was right around the time um, I maybe just started doing improv, or maybe just right before it.
Yeah.
Because there are pictures of me at a party wearing a similar makeup. So I ended up reusing those prosthetics multiple times after that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started setting up photo shoots with improviser friends because I was
Mm.
like, okay, I need a portfolio to get a job, but I need a job to get a portfolio. How do I do this?
Yeah.
So I
Right.
would
Chicken and
set
the
up
egg.
my own. Yeah, it's like, okay, make your own job then. I set
Right.
up these photo shoots where I paid everyone in pizza and beer. We would meet at someone's house. I
Yeah.
ordered the prosthetics. I have a model friend and I have a photographer friend, and
Hmm.
we just document the entire application process and
Amazing.
then do a photo shoot at the end of it, and I post them up online
Yeah.
on MySpace.
On MySpace.
MySpace.
Yes, on
Heck
MySpace.
yeah,
And
MySpace. I heard
yeah,
they're bringing it back, supposedly.
are they? Oh man, I would love to go back and see if mine is still intact somehow.
At
I
least
haven't
I
even
read
looked into
something
that.
today on, I think, Facebook or
Oh
Instagram.
Just
man,
open up a web page and get blasted with Slipknot or Evanescence immediately. You know,
yes.
just like,
Oh
okay,
man.
turn it down, turn it down, turn it down.
And the drama from the top eight. Oh my God.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, dude. There's been high school or not high, but elementary school fights that I've
Oh yeah.
been part of. That
There were full on grown up fights over that. People
that's
would get
awesome.
pissed. How you knocked me out of your top eight? What the fuck? It's like,
Oh
yeah, well,
yeah.
we haven't talked in a while, man.
Meet me in the monkey bars.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen to this song from Helmet. Yeah.
Wow. It's
Uh,
so funny how there's just whole generations of people who are just like, what? What are you old
oh
people
yeah.
talking about?
I
What are
know,
you
and it's
saying?
so crazy because I mean,
Is it like
2006 was like
TikTok?
10 years ago, right?
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. I'm like, how the fuck?
I
What?
know.
How was that
Yeah.
20 years ago? That's
Yeah.
insane.
Oh no, are we
Yeah,
old?
yeah, like salt
You
is
are.
winning the
I'm
battle
19 years
against
old,
pepper
but
in my beard right now.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey
But
Jason, can you look at camera one, which is your laptop? Cool.
yes.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm staring at my phone.
it's all good.
Oh.
No worries.
Oh,
Yes.
I look at everything. I
Yeah,
don't
you
look
can
at
look.
anything
Yeah,
in
but yeah,
particular.
you can look at both. But yeah,
Yeah.
Got it.
this
No,
one.
I'm gonna zero in on camera one,
Okay, all
and
good. All
everyone else can get the three-quarter
your
view.
beautiful full face. Yes, yes,
Love
yes.
it.
So you said there was a gap, right? So when did you actually really got serious for special effects?
I know exactly when that happened because I made a Facebook post about it.
Oh,
Right. Okay.
I mean, this whole podcast is social media, how it tracked my life.
Right.
But um, no, I was 37 years old
mm-hmm.
when I made this Facebook post, and I know this because it shows up in the Facebook memories, and
Mm-hmm.
I tend to repost it every single year.
Yeah.
And the gist of it is, I want to do special effects makeup. At that time, I wanted to be an actor who did his own makeup, like Lon Chaney or something of that
Mm-hmm.
nature. Um, and I was like, there's no school around here that does this. You can't buy most of the materials locally. I don't know what I'm doing, but I know I want to learn it. So this is me, like basically planting a flag, declaring publicly, I want to do this for a living.
Yes.
And that was kind of where the switch flipped. And because I was doing web page design, I did that for 15 years before I did any sort of makeup effects. And I used to tell people, "Oh, I'm a web designer, but what I really want to do is special effects makeup." I
Mhm.
switched from that point to being like, I'm a special effects makeup artist, and never mentioning the other thing that I did to
Yeah.
pay the
Perfect.
bills.
Yes.
And I'll tell you a thing that really, I don't know, mentally jarred me was I got a business card. It said Jason Vine, special effects
Oh,
makeup
so it's
artist.
real, real.
Yeah, yeah.
That's very
Amazing.
And
real.
that's like really cemented it in my mind. I was like, you know
Yeah.
what? I am. And
Yeah.
at that point, I think I'd been paid, you know, half a dozen times or so, like to do gigs. And I was just starting to get more and more offers. And I was like, you know what? I'm ready. I'm going to make the shift. I'm going to make this happen. I don't know how, but I'm just going to do it or,
Yeah.
or crash and burn, you know,
Sure.
because man, you can be miserable at something you're successful at. You can
Mm.
be miserable at something you completely fail at.
Yes.
So I was like, you know, I might as well just give it a shot and see what happens.
Hmm.
And look at me now. I'm on the Get Reelisms podcast.
Yeah.
And you've done many, many, many projects. Yes.
Many, 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 many projects.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, I've been very fortunate in that respect. I've worked on a lot of really cool stuff with a lot of really cool people. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember what was your first gig right after you declared that that was it?
Yes. Well, I mean, man, I don't remember the one right after that. I do remember like the first paid gig that that came from the MySpace era.
Oh,
Um, so that one that was a Blue Goggles Films project that was called. It was based on the Resident Evil game, Resident Evil Return to Raccoon City or Resident
Oh,
Evil
okay.
Raccoon City, something
Yeah,
along
yeah.
those lines. And Ben Moody, who was the director slash leader of Blue Goggles Films,
hmm.
he and I had a mutual friend who introduced the two of us through MySpace.
Uh-huh.
I drove to Ben's house, met him, and then spent the next week in his garage,
Nice.
where we were building together like a giant creature suit. I had never made a creature suit. I had no fucking clue how to make a creature suit, but we made one in his
Yeah.
This is where the
garage.
imposter syndrome comes in, right?
Oh,
You're
dude,
just
no,
like, oh my god.
this was 100% hubris
Yeah.
and delusion. I was like, I'm gonna figure this out, and we did, and it looks objectively awful. Like if you
Right.
look at it in like in bright light in a still photo, full thing, and like, oh my God, that's the worst thing I've ever seen. But the way he filmed it, it's all
Hmm.
in shadow, it's all in movement and
Mm.
stuff, and it totally worked. It was fine.
Can you
Um,
describe what it looks like?
Yes, it was. So the creature was like a lizard monster, like a man is transformed into a scary lizard. So it had this. It was all made out of upholstery foam. So it had this like kind of face that just wrapped around like this and had ping pong balls for eyes. I used
Whoa.
it had a giant mouth that was open like a large frog's mouth, and the
Uh-huh.
inside the teeth were made out of fake nails, like Lee press-on nails that I had
Oh,
filed down to
cool.
points and
Yeah.
put like 100 of them in there, and I had little drops of hot glue dripping down. They're supposed to be like saliva,
Oh, that's
and it
metal as fuck. I love that.
right? And
Yeah.
it had this hood it's supposed to be the top of its head, but it looked
Oh.
more like the back of a Ninja Turtle,
Oh,
like a
Okay.
turtle
wow.
shell.
Yeah.
And I was wearing a green leotard,
Of course, you have
and
to.
I had like these like monster hands I'd made, I think out of opera gloves or something,
Okay.
and put
Okay.
on. And then I I can't remember if I had a tail or not. I don't think I had a tail in this one, but you know, it's like my short chubby ass is in this fucking leotard wearing this thing crawling around like a school that was closed down for the night, like we filmed in the
We're
summer or
making
something.
movies,
Yeah,
bitch.
we're
Let's
making a
go.
movie in a fucking elementary school, which by the way we set
Whoa.
off
That's
one
so funny.
the most memorable thing from that night of filming is we set off the fire alarm with our fog machine,
Oh,
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 and
yeah.
the
Happened.
whole
so the city
fire
came and
department shows up, and then
oh
shortly
man.
after that, one of the other makeups I did was on this giant brutish guy where he had to have like this like Frankenstein type brow thing, which I did all in nose and scar wax, which I found
Whoa.
out later does not hold up. It kept falling off. But anyway, he goes and supposed to just slam his fist into a door, like the principal's office door, and he knocked it off the hinges.
Okay.
That's
And so we
awesome.
were total destruction of property in that one. So anyway,
Mhm.
that was the first gig after the whole MySpace post, and then I went on to film 13 short films with Blue Goggles, and then we did a full feature, which is called Last Girl Standing, which is an excellent film, I believe.
Mhm.
That was my film school essentially, was
Yeah.
hooking up with Blue Goggles and then working so much because every month I was doing something different. It was
Yeah.
either
I remember
prosthetic,
Blue Goggles. Yeah.
yeah. I do prosthetics, makeup. I made pinatas at one time. I've made masks. I made props, and I did all the things with those guys. It was really great.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And then did I meet you as an actor or
yes, that is my recollection because one of my favorite pictures that I have from that era is me in the bacon suit. I played a piece of bacon. I don't even know the context of that.
yes, you were in a
I
bacon suit.
I
Yes.
don't remember that, but I knew that was with you. And
Yes.
you and I worked together a handful of times over the
Many
years.
times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did the Doritos commercial
Yes.
together,
Yeah.
and the one where I played a racist Asian, or a guy who was racist against Asians, which was
Yeah.
traumatizing. Um,
But a racist Asian played by you would sounds
that yeah,
hilarious. Sounds
Hilarious.
awesome.
that sounds even
Um,
more racist. That's like
I
double
know.
racist.
yeah, I'm
That's
trying to
terrible.
remember if it was, were you part of Mike Vera's improv group?
Oh yes. Well,
Mike
it was
Vera.
Mustache. It was
Yes,
his
that's how I
sketch troupe.
met you. It was
Huh.
Mustache.
Oh.
I seen you on Mustache.
Yes. Oh man. Yeah. Oh man. Mustache. God damn. We did some cool shit with Mustache. I'm sad that that went away. But that's how these things go
Yeah,
sometimes.
but I remember it was
Oh
Mustache. I
hey.
think that's what I saw you on that, and I was like, "Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Definitely should play bacon."
I did, and I don't know. I loved it. I still love acting. I just haven't done it in a while. And
Yeah.
I so I actually was trying to be a legit actor at one point. Um, I I got an I quit my day job basically, cashed
Mhm.
in my 401k, and got an agent in San Antonio, and ended up going out on auditions. And my goal at that time was I'm going to get 100 no's. I actually even started a website, 100nos.com. So I was like, okay, you got to make rejection part of the deal. You got to get used to it,
Yes.
right? And boy, did I. I got way more than 100 no's.
Oh man.
Way more. I auditioned in a little over a year for over 300 different projects, and
Yeah,
a bulk of those were no's. I did book some things, but nothing like crazy. It was mostly
sure.
commercials and stuff, and playing bacon. You know, um,
I remember it. Yeah, your
yeah,
bake it was bacon and my intern at the time, Colin Snyder, was egg. Mrs. Egg. Yeah.
nice.
Yes. Yeah.
But what happened though is I'm trying to be an actor, yet I keep getting calls to do all these special effects makeups,
Yeah.
because each one I would do would lead to a referral of
Mhm.
someone else calling. I'd be like, guys, can you stop calling me for? I'm waiting on the phone to ring to be an actor. Okay, could you stop asking me to do other work?
Yeah.
So finally, I decided to turn around and answer the freaking opportunity that kept knocking, and that's when it just the acting thing got left behind, and I took off doing all
Right.
the makeup
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember asking you about makeup for
Hmm.
when I was getting into Ursley. But you had me go to Hogfly because
Yes.
there was a whole deal with the tail and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's working as like a lone wolf and having limited shop space. There are some projects that are too big for
Yeah.
me, and
Yeah.
that was one of them. I was like, oh man, yeah, you need Meredith Johns, who's the
Yes.
owner of
She was
Hogfly.
excellent.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's fantastic, and
Yeah.
she's got way more experience than me. She's been in this business now, shit, 25 odd years, something like that. And she's got a huge, beautiful shop that she can work out of, and
Mhm.
interns galore she can pull from. I mean, so yeah, the bigger projects I'm happy to send to her. I'm like, I don't think my apartment can't take that.
Yeah.
So how did Iron Lung fall into your hands?
That was
That's
through
crazy. Yeah,
Anna.
that's a great opportunity.
Oh
How
man,
did that come about?
it was so Anna Fugate Downs, who's the makeup department head and makeup designer on that show. I met her through Hogfly, through Meredith. So this is
Mhm.
Hogfly
It's all
is the
connected.
thing that
Yeah.
connected both of
Yes.
us. Uh, Anna Fugate Downs and I had been friends for many years and worked together for many years. And she approached me and was like, "I have this project coming up called Iron Lungs, based on this
Mhm.
video game. It's by this YouTuber named Markiplier."
Oh, so you had no idea who Markiplier
I had
was at all?
zero. I
Oh,
had no
that's
idea.
awesome. That's
Yeah, yeah.
so great.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
If you see all this gray in my
I
beard,
know. Hey, you were online, you were on
well,
MySpace.
I
Yeah.
was not. I didn't. I had never heard of Markiplier.
Right.
Which actually I think worked in my benefit.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah. So she came to me and was like, and told me about the game, and it's like, how you should watch a playthrough of it. So I watched a playthrough, not Markiplier's playthrough, but I watched just another random
Yeah.
YouTuber's. Was like, okay, this game's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. It was hilarious. The guy kept getting really scared and stuff. And then she sent me the script and I read through it and I got really excited about it. I was like, "Oh, this is going to be awesome!" With the transformations we were going to do and the arm rip. That was the part. Spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't seen it. That was the part I was super excited about. So yeah, my entire involvement in that came directly from Anna Fugate Downs, who brought me in specifically to work on the prosthetics, like do the sculpting,
Got
to
it.
translate her designs into 3D real actual things. So I did the sculpting, and then I did most of the molding, and then myself and Madison Miller did all of the made the prosthetics, like the actual casting of the things. And then
Yeah.
as a team, everyone, like a NASCAR pit crew, would jump in and
Yeah.
all five of us applying to Markiplier at once. I like to tell people it's like he was rotating like a rotisserie chicken
Yeah.
on top
Have
of
you
a
seen
massage table.
Iron Lung, Christine?
I have not yet. It's
It's
it's scary. So I'm like
great.
bad
It's
about.
fantastic.
I'm
And
so
Well,
bad about scary films. I
it's
like
this
making
one.
them, but I don't like watching them.
it made me, but
It's
it will make you cry because like it's like Jason, and like I know Ladisa's on worked
yeah,
on
yeah.
that as well.
She
Yeah.
And
yeah.
there's just like a lot of Austin people that worked on it, and it just made me so happy. It's just I was ear to ear watching that
Oh
entire
yeah.
movie.
It's a
It's a dark
huge.
movie, but it
It
was
is,
great.
and I'll say this about the scary. I love horror movies, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
but this is more. Uh, I don't know, cosmic horror, existential dread. And
yeah,
there is some like
yeah.
claustrophobic type things, but this is
Okay.
not like slasher film scary
Got it. Okay.
or supernatural scary necessarily.
Okay.
So yeah, there's some intense moments certainly, but
Cosmic horror is a really good
yeah,
description of that. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. I
yeah, yeah,
will. I
yeah.
will psych myself up to watch it for the people of Austin.
Yes.
Be brave, Christine. We believe in you.
But yeah, I was very very fortunate to be a part of that
Okay.
project, and the Austin crew that worked on that thing,
So
super
cool.
top notch, and it's an example of like um, of what Austin crew is capable of. I think a
Yeah,
lot of
Austin Crew
times
can do a lot of
they
stuff.
really can, and I think and in
Yeah,
the
they can.
the larger film community,
Yeah.
they don't always get the respect they deserve. I
They
believe.
should.
Oh, I
Yeah.
agree. I
Yeah,
agree.
I think folks come in from out of town sometimes and have just kind of preconceived notion of like, oh, these guys are amateurs. I'm like, no, these are
No.
career professionals that have been at
Right.
this for decades.
Yeah.
Um, and they know what the fuck they're doing and they can get the job
Yeah.
done and do it well. And I think Iron Lung is an excellent example of what Austin crews are
Yeah.
capable of.
Exactly.
Um,
And
so
I'm
I don't know.
about to
I
say
love it.
something that might be blasphemous, but I honestly think that what Austin does is that people who are very passionate about something figure it out and with limited resources. And when you figure it
Yeah.
out with limited resources, I feel like your skill set is even stronger than
Yeah.
being handed
Yeah.
resources and told how to do something.
Dude, I've had my asses saved by so many production designers and art directors when I had a problem on set and I was supposed to deliver this thing and I didn't have it, and I was like, or I broke something because I'm an idiot and I'm a klutz and I'm like, I broke, I don't know what to do. And I just like go and like call up 3 different art directors and they all punch in and help.
Yeah.
They all gathered around and they made sure that like, I don't,
Sync.
look like an idiot. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
sink at all. And I don't think I would be able to get that type of community really anywhere. And I'm very grateful of Austin and its film community,
Yeah,
for helping each other
that's
out.
that's the way Austin has always been. I mean, you're like, hey, I have a stupid idea, and there's 12 people tripping over themselves to help you pull it off,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
a beautiful thing. It really is,
Yeah.
and not just anyone. It's like people that are um, passionate about their craft and take
Yes.
pride in their work. So yeah, and that's and I don't ever want to be the one who's like letting everyone down. So it makes everyone like raise,
Rise up.
up their level and like
Yeah.
what bring their A game.
Yeah.
And so I think I've been very fortunate to work with crews like that, and I'm hoping I get to do more like that.
I
No,
know.
I freaking love
Yeah.
Austin, and what you're describing is exactly and something that like if you got your start in Austin career wise, you don't realize this is not something that's everywhere. It's very
Yeah.
special until you move out and you end up in a city like LA and you're just like, what? I thought film was supposed to be about community and
Mm,
then you're in LA and it's not that. Yeah.
yeah.
We ain't
That's
making shit.
that is unfortunate because I mean, I mean, like it or hate it, at least I know things are different in this very moment.
Sure.
But the way it used to be, the principals and the department heads were all sent from on high, from LA
Right.
down here to, and they had to work with us lowly locals and stuff. And that I'm not. That's a gross exaggeration. And not all department heads were like that, but there was a bit of that sentiment
There's
that I've
there's
Of
some. There's
experienced.
course.
some.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's unfortunate that they didn't come down and embrace this community that we've built up over these years, because when, like you're describing, when the shit hits the fan, and
Yeah.
that is the one and only constant of every film that I've ever made, the shit hits the fan at some point. Some
Always.
point your fucking plan breaks down and you're like, holy shit, we have to get this, we got to figure it out. And that's where the Austin crews shine: the creative
Yes.
problem solving, the camaraderie, and the we're in this together, let's get this shit fucking done and let's
Mhm.
make it good. That is where we shine, I think. And I think it's a shame that the folks from on high that come down don't come in knowing and expecting that and leaning into it and like, hey, let's make some fucking magic.
Yeah.
And instead they've, oh well, we're over here. This is from the makeup perspective. All the LA people are in the trailer and the Austin people are in the big giant tent where we normally serve
Sweating
food,
your
but
asses
now
off.
you're
Yeah.
sweating your asses off with all the extras. And I'm not above working in the trenches or anything, but we don't talk to each other. We
That's
Right.
the
don't
problem.
share ideas or
No.
cross pollinate it all. It's like a them and the upstairs and downstairs, so to speak,
Mhm.
tends to happen, which I think is unfortunate because I think Austin's got a lot to offer, man, and LA should
Austin's
take
got some
note.
incredible skills. I credit
Mhm.
Austin for where I am as a filmmaker, 100%.
Yeah.
Same.
Because I think there's something about like figuring out yourself or figuring out with a community than being taught certain things. Like that's
Yeah.
maybe at a certain level, yes, when you like hyper fixate on certain things, you do need to take those classes and whatnot. But like I think people need to figure out things by themselves more these days instead of it's a different kind of thinking because what happens is that you're never presented the same scenario on every set that you're on, and that's the
Right.
problem. If you
Right.
don't have problem solving skills, you just can't get yourself out of the shit. And so that's the beauty of learning where you were forced to make it work with limited skills, limited resources, limited everything, and
Mhm.
relying on a community that supports you. And so I love Austin filmmaking, and it always makes me very happy when someone like you gets on a project that blows up or like shows
Mhm.
like, hey, Austin filmmakers fucking rule. Yeah.
Amen, sister. 100% agree.
So,
Yeah.
but I need to watch Iron Lungs.
Yeah.
I need to psych myself up and not be a pussy. So we got to do
You'll be great. The scary stuff happens in the third act.
that. Okay.
Basically, yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yes. And that's
But
where you can see all the work I did.
yeah, exactly. But it was interesting what you said, Jason, though, and I think you're right. Is that like it is unfortunate that like because I've worked with PDs that have come from New York and
Hmm.
LA. And and it's like one of those things where it's like an art director's like on a different gig, or they're like, hey, they're looking for a set deck. Do you want to do this? It's up to you, yada yada. I'm like, oh, okay, fine, yeah, whatever. I need to keep the lights on. Fine, let's do it. And then I do, and then it would be like some might be like, hey, I like working with this person, but this person looks down on me,
Yeah.
completely looks down on me, and does not consider me like an equal
Right.
no, it's like a manager and associate type of shit, and you're just like, yes sir, okay sir, yes sir, you're just that's all you're doing.
Yeah. You're not
And
seen as a peer. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And after when all is said and done and the rap party happened, I'm like, all right, man, I'm gonna get this contact. He's gonna be like a really cool dude. He's gonna really look out for me. Nothing. Didn't even bother to like say, hey man, it was great working with you. Nothing. He
Yeah.
was like, hey, and then just walked away. And I'm like,
That's a
it's
shame, man.
yeah,
That's, I mean, because I tell you, like that, I attribute my longevity. I mean, I've been this for 15 years in
yeah,
this business to people skills. Like it's those connections that you make and working with someone and being in the trenches with them
Hmm.
and forming that bond, that connection that kept me, kept
yeah,
getting me
Going.
called back, you know?
Yeah.
And it's a shame whenever you work on a project with someone and they bust their ass and stuff and you just you just
ghosted
like
you.
that
Yeah,
shit's not, it's not a dime a dozen, okay? Finding
no,
like really good solid help and talented people who are passionate about their job, that shit don't grow on trees. So you should acknowledge it and reward it and use those people in the future. Life's too short to work with dicks, man. Stop hiring the assholes.
Yes, that is a good quote. Life is too
yeah,
short to work with dicks.
Yes.
100%.
yeah. And I'm just slowly learning that lesson because it didn't really occur to me until after that fact where I was like, oh, I just fucking like stuck my neck out for this fucking guy, and I
Mhm.
just was like working with him. I was looking forward to like working with him and shit, and then he just kind of treated me like shit. I you know I tend to let some of those things go, but it was like one of those situations where you just go, that was pretty dickish. That was really
Right.
you were you were an asshole, bro. Like that
Yeah.
really sucked.
And that
You
asshole
know,
is probably worked a dozen more times since that project
that's
or
what I'm
more,
saying.
you
Yeah,
know? Which sucks because I don't want to fall into that either. I don't want to be the jaded asshole who's like, well, time to clock in, just another job on this thing that could be, some kid's favorite movie.
yeah,
It's like, no, I want to try for as long as I can to maintain that sense of awe and that feeling of I'm getting paid to be here.
yeah,
Holy
Hmm.
shit, I can't believe I'm living this dream.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
yeah.
that's
lucky
the
to
the
be here.
dragon I keep chasing.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, yeah.
I'm lucky to be here. Yep.
Yeah.
I
Because we
always try
are.
to find that. Go ahead,
It's
Christine.
it's hard to find on the shit shows, man. It really is. But every now and then it'll show up. And I've been very fortunate. I've had a lot of those moments where it was like, holy shit, I get to be here. This is amazing. And man, yeah, I try and look for that too. And I think everyone, even the asshole from New York and LA,
Yeah,
could use a little bit of whimsy in their fucking life.
yeah. No
Yes.
shit, please.
Yes.
Um, I do want to ask since you've been around these Austin film community for a long time.
Mhm.
What do you think? Because like I have a theory, but I don't know. Theories are theories, right? At the end of the day, what is your theory? And like, I mean, COVID clearly rocked most of if I mean a lot of projects that we would have otherwise gotten if COVID hadn't happened, if we hadn't had an
Mhm.
orange tangerine fucking idiot who just made sure we had us locked down and prevented COVID from happening, we wouldn't be in this mess. What do you think, aside from COVID and maybe the strikes, you think why Austin's slowing down?
Well, so first, I think the strikes were way worse than COVID.
You
because
think so? Okay.
I agree.
we were starting to recover from COVID. I was working on Fear the Walking Dead when COVID happened.
Okay.
We went on hiatus, and I remember my boss saying, because we went on hiatus in mid-March. And it was supposed to be just like a spring break, a week off or whatever. He's like,
Right. Yeah.
um, my boss Colin was like, plan on maybe an extra week. Um, because
A month, maybe.
I'm not sure what this coronavirus thing is going to do. You know, this is back before we had
Corona,
an
man.
accepted name for it, the
Yeah.
coronavirus. Um, and then it turned into what, 8 months later, we finally
Yeah.
came back to work. And I, so let's talk a little bit about post-COVID
Hmm.
because everyone was very happy to get back to work, sort of, because I got paid more being out of work than I was because of all the government supplements and stuff. And I was like, well, shit, man, we could stay on lockdown forever. Let's make some sourdough bread. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah,
it was
dude.
like that for a month or so, and then I was like, oh God, this is the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
But so
Basically.
we get back to work, right? So I'm day playing. Let's say I want to come in to work on a Monday. The Friday before, I have to go in and get a COVID test. They pay you $250 to do that. I work on Monday. I'm off Tuesday. Hey, we need you to work on Wednesday, actually. Okay. Tuesday, I go get another COVID test, $250. Oh shit, we're gonna need you on Friday. Thursday, I go in.
Oh,
No, so every time I would drive, and it was 30 minutes round trip. It would take 5 seconds to get a COVID test. I was
yeah.
like, can we have COVID forever? This is great. So the money part of that was great. It was weird though. They had segregated buses, like vaccinated and non-vaccinated.
Oh,
All of the like in
The
the
rejected kids.
yeah, and they had tables that were segregated, when you
Yeah.
were eating lunch. But then you get on set and everyone's standing together.
Immediately.
Yeah, so I'm like, what are we doing here? What is this
Yeah.
theater? I don't know. So anyway, that was a little side note there. So why has Austin slowed down? It started, in my experience, in 2023. Um, Iron Lung and Spy Kids Armageddon were the last two big projects, union projects that I worked
Oh.
on that I had any amount of steady work where it wasn't just a day play here or there. It's like I was there for the
Okay.
duration of the shoot. I was full time, right? 2023 is the last time that happened for me. I know that maybe there are others that have been fortunate enough to continue working and stuff, but I'm not alone. There was a bunch of people that worked with me on those things that I know haven't worked steady since. And it's the people I think that have to stay in Austin that can't just, take off to Fort Worth to work on like a Taylor Sheridan type thing. So the strikes, man, that is when that wasn't even when the strikes happened. It was when they knew the strikes were coming. A
mm,
year before the strikes actually happened, producers were like, "We're not starting anything new because the strikes are coming." And then the
yeah.
strikes happen, and we have to weather that storm. And yeah, it was just we have not recovered since then. The work has
No.
never come back the way it was. Back in the day, you could count on 4 or 5 different union productions happening at any given time. You could make a living day playing.
Hmm.
You could work on The Sun for a couple of days, and then the following week you're over on Fear the Walking Dead, and you could
Right.
just bounce back and forth. That life doesn't exist anymore, and it's it's I want to say it's jarring, but I've been living it since 2023. So I have been actively trying to seek out other employment outside the business. And let me tell you, it's fucking hard.
Yeah.
I'm fucking 51 years old. I've been making monsters for the past decade plus. It's hard to go up to someone and go, hey, my graphic design skills in Photoshop were pretty dope 10 years ago. I mean, it's like
Yeah.
I'm competing against kids just out of college. I'm competing. I'm having to fight an algorithm just to get my resume to get seen. It's fucking hard to change careers, man, and it's
Mhm.
hard to be in the career I've chosen. So you end up like stuck between this rock and a hard place, man, and it fucking blows. And I'm not the only one that's
No.
experiencing this. There's so many talented motherfuckers that work in the film industry that have been trying to pivot and shift, and not just in Austin either. I know it's slow in Atlanta. I know it's slow in New Mexico. It's slow out in LA.
Yep.
It's everyone saying the same thing. When's the work coming back? And I don't know that it will, not to the level that it was, and not in the form that it was. There's something is going to fill this power vacuum. We don't know what it is just yet. I hope to
Hopefully
God it's
not
not
AI.
fucking AI.
Yeah,
But
I hope not.
I think there's enough of a backlash, especially in the community of makers, that don't fucking want that. And you see that with the success of
Yeah.
things like Iron Lung and
Yeah.
Obsession and Backrooms.
Hmm.
So these are horror movies that speak to the anxieties of today. It's not resurrecting some fucking dinosaur from my generation that kids today can't connect with. I love
Yeah.
Masters of the Universe. Some 15-year-old kid could give a fuck about He-Man.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
He-Man? Yeah.
Yeah, and that's nothing against Masters of the Universe or anything, but I'm just saying it's an old property that they keep Hollywood keeps going back to the same well, but this
It's like
new
beating a
crop
dead
of
horse.
film, yeah, they are,
Yeah.
and that dead horse, they've resurrected it and killed it
He
so many
killed it again.
times,
Yeah.
but now there's a new horse on the block, and it's YouTube content creators, it's Reddit threads of these different lore of creepy
Yeah.
pasta shit. I think that's where you're going to start seeing a lot more stuff pop up.
Hmm.
So I think there might be a renaissance that we are on the verge of. And filmmakers
Yes.
such as the Austin filmmakers we've been talking about that are used to getting scrappy, working with
Hmm.
lower budgets, and just making shit happen, have what I believe to be an opportunity to determine, to knock down the gates the gatekeepers have held, on tightly to so
The
for so
studio
long, and
gatekeepers. Yeah.
find ways around them. Iron
Right.
Lung debuted in over 4,000 theaters. The reason is because the fans wrote fucking emails to their local theaters demanding to see the movie. And Markiplier has said the tipping point for that is about 10 emails.
Mm.
So if 10 people go, hey, I want to see Iron Lung at my local Metroplex, they were
Interesting.
like, okay, we'll do it.
Yeah.
And then this the wave just like kept getting bigger and bigger. AMC was like, "Oh, what's going on with this Iron Lung?
Yeah.
We'll put
Yeah.
it in half our theaters." And Regal was like, "Oh, AMC's doing half. Fuck it, we're all in. We're doing a popcorn bucket too."
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like it can be done, and I don't think it's an isolated incident. I think that things like that, now that that gate has been busted open,
Hmm.
there's now other folks can walk through and figure out other ways to get their film seen in front of people and be successful at it, and share the fucking wealth. The entire
Oh,
crew of Iron Lung got a bonus. Okay, that has
really?
never fucking happened in my entire career of
Obsession
anything
never
I've
got a
ever worked on.
bonus.
They didn't, and
Yeah.
I believe they should.
They should
I
have. Yeah,
firmly
I
believe
agree.
they should.
Yeah.
And I think that should be the standard going forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like your below the line people should be rewarded if you have a huge windfall of success. It shouldn't just go to above the line in the C-suite.
Agreed.
Okay? I think the below the line workers should be able to share the wealth, to to not just fucking survive and scrape by. It's like if you're gonna have something that wildly
We have
successful,
families. Yeah.
yeah, you have families, you want to, fucking save for the future. You want to go on
Yeah.
vacations. You want to build wealth for your children, whatever the fucking thing is, or you just want to throw the biggest goddamn pizza party in the world. I don't know. Whatever you want to do, you worked your ass off to get this movie to where it is.
Yes.
I believe that everyone should be rewarded, and it's more of an incentive that way. It's like everyone gets points, not just the
Right.
top level folks. So that's my little soapbox about that. But we're entering a new era, is my point. The old ways are dying out, and I think a lot of people are like, doom saying Hollywood's dead, etc. It's like, no, no, no. Hollywood
No.
is going to be rebirthed from the ashes, so to speak, but it's going to look very different than the
Yeah.
old ways of doing things. And honestly, the old ways have not been kind to me over the past few years. I've really struggled a lot. I've lost a lot, and financially, relationship wise, time with my family wise. I mean, all of those things were not very kind.
Yeah.
So going forward, I welcome new ways and new ideas on how to do this thing, because we know how to make cool shit, man. We know how to do this stuff really well. Just let me at them.
Hire
You
us.
know, yeah,
Yeah.
we need new investors and new avenues, man. But let's fucking do it. Let's make some fucking cool shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel it too. I feel like we're like you said we're in that Renaissance era for sure. That
Yeah.
we're gonna get scrappy and we're gonna make our own shit, and people are gonna want to see that shit because
Yeah. Because people are
unfortunately
sick and tired of waiting.
Yeah.
that and I also just think of the audience perspective. Like, how many fucking superhero movies do you want to watch? How many big budget, pee pee poo poo fucking big budget action movie like coming out? Like, we're it's tiring. It's sickening.
It
So
is, and
yeah,
I think story over spectacle is what you're going to start to see.
Yeah.
Um,
yes, I'm
and
excited
while
for
there
that.
are tentpole movies that are successful, the latest like Spider-Man is a great example. I enjoyed
And
the
that was a pretty
story
good
of that
movie,
one.
but
It
yeah,
it was, but I think that's it. It makes room for the medium budget movie and the smaller
right.
budget movie where the story is king. Because if you're telling a story and you're telling it well, people will watch it and it will find an audience.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you can have the big greatest CGI fest in the world, and people are going to go meh if the story's not great. So this is hopefully a return to auteurs. Oh man, I would love to see
Oh
that.
yeah, it's like the
Yeah,
'70s all over again. It's
exactly,
exciting, dude.
exactly.
Yeah.
That part is exciting, and I am hopeful for the future. Even if I'm not 100% part of it or whatever. It's like I just, as a fan of film,
Yeah.
that's the kind of stuff I want to see is people making cool shit that we've never seen before. There was a time in the 80s, man, where every special effects heavy movie showed you something you'd never fucking seen before.
Oh yeah.
And it was mind blowing. And you would go watch movies based on who did the special effects. Like they
Oh
got
yeah. The Tom
top
Savini
billing.
movies
Yeah,
and stuff.
exactly.
Yeah.
That would be
Oh
like
yeah.
special effects by in the opening credits. Like it's on the screen. Like that was that was the time I was brought up in and what I dreamed of someday having or whatever. So I mean, nowadays, man, I don't know. I look forward to finding like specific creators. So I'm like, yes, that director is the one I want to see. Ooh, this guy did the effects on it. I definitely want to be a part of that. Yeah, I hope we get to see a return to auteurs, man. That'd be great.
I feel it.
What are
I
some
can't wait.
auteurs that you admire?
Um, I'm John Carpenter is probably
Yeah.
top of the list. I mean, his
Love John
stuff,
Carpenter.
he's just, I mean, his stuff is, I don't know, it's in my DNA. Like The
Oh
Thing
yeah.
is my favorite
Oh
practical
yeah.
effects movie that I've ever seen. But even like people like Wes Anderson,
Mm.
like
Okay.
visually, like if you see something that's made by Wes Anderson, you can show a single still frame
And you know
from
it's
Wes
Wes
Anderson,
Anderson.
and you know immediately it's Wes Anderson. Same
Yeah.
with Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah.
I mean, it's things like that. People that have like a signature vision, a signature style. Like that's the kind of stuff I want to see more of starting to emerge. And I believe that Markiplier and I'm blanking on the names of the Obsession and Backrooms directors. Man,
Oh,
forgive me.
Curry Barker and
Thank you.
Kane Parsons. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Those guys are ones that I'm going to have a keen eye on to see what's their sophomore debut going to be, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like this is where we start to set a pattern or to veer wildly off. It's like what are these guys going to do?
Oh yeah.
But like I want to see more people like that like start coming up. It's like who is this generation Spielberg? Who is this
Hmm.
generation Scorsese or whatever? And this power vacuum that we've been talking about, I think, is kind of opened up that possibility for the people who aren't just doom and gloom and like, oh,
Yeah.
when's it ever going to come back? It's like, well, it's what if it never does? How about we assume it's not and let's build the new thing?
And
Yeah.
just
You
work
know?
independent. Yeah.
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 So I don't know, man. I mean, who knows what the fucking answer is, but that's we got to move forward
Yeah.
somehow. We
It
can't
felt
just
like it felt like a long-ended question, but yeah, I was curious because you've definitely been in this industry for a while,
yeah.
and you probably know it better than I do, and it looks scary out there, man.
It
It's pretty scary.
it does, but it's I one way that I've pivoted is I've started making memorabilia for Iron Lung, in the form
Cool.
of refrigerator magnets and enamel pins of all
Hey,
things.
I love a good magnet. I don't know about you.
Who doesn't? Everyone's got a refrigerator, right? You got
Yeah,
stuff you want
exactly.
to hang up in there.
Yeah.
And it's I'm very fortunate that that has like taken off and gotten popular at all, because it has been difficult finding work in the traditional sense. So I've been fortunate that that has been an avenue for me. But and now I'm like looking for, okay, well, what's next? Because that's not going to last forever. As great as Iron Lung is and much people love Markiplier, I can't realistically expect the next 20 years of my life to be making iron lung magnets.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so it's like, okay, I'm in the midst of doing like the fourth and possibly last one. I don't know. But it's like, yeah, what's next? It's finding those other opportunities. And myself, I'm turning to social media. I'm using the popularity of Iron Lung to try and, um, build up my followers and maybe turn some Iron Lung fans into Jason Vines fans. That's the hope, right? That's what I'm trying to do. But we'll see, man. I don't know. I mean, the Iron Lung magnet thing just kind of happened and fell in my lap, so to speak. And just because I saw an opportunity and was like, fuck it, let's try it, and it worked.
Yeah.
So who knows what the next thing like that's going to happen? All I can say is, man, it's not just the film industry that is unpredictable. I know a lot of folks with tech jobs and corporate gigs that have been laid
Oh
off
yeah.
that are in the same
Yeah.
fucking boat
The
that thought
normies, you mean? Yeah.
yeah, even the normies are hurting, man, and they're
Yeah.
looking
Yeah.
for other ways. So everyone's scrambling right now to try and make ends meet. And it ain't like I'm living high on the hog over here. It's like I'm barely keeping food on the
Oh
table
yeah.
and the lights on as it is. But like again, I've been doing this since 2023. I feel like I've been in survival mode for years now, and my body doesn't even know what thriving mode feels like, really. But man, I'm working on it. I'm trying.
Yeah. I mean, we all are. Even
Yeah,
Christine,
exactly.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we can't help it. We're in love with what we do, and we don't do it, then we die.
I
So
mean, this shit is
Yeah.
fun, and being miserable and making okay money is worse than, you know, having making no money but doing some of the coolest shit ever. you
Right.
know, so like I don't know, it you figure it out usually, and it's tough, but I don't know. I like to see things like glass half full
Mhm.
type of I don't know, like mentality, because it's so hard. And like you said too, it affects every industry. Even all my friends outside of film are
Mhm.
all being affected. Even a buddy of mine works in music, and he said, and he's a music producer, and he's like, I'm doing Uber Eats now because
Yeah.
I can't produce music as much as, and he's like been nominated for like awards and stuff. So it's just like it's so disheartening to see like someone so talented and other talented people just go, yeah, this is just our life, dude. We just gotta. But
Yeah.
we're all in that.
Well,
you
that
know.
so it is disheartening to live it, but encouraging somehow to know that I'm not the only one. It's
Yeah.
not. It's not. I'm a fuck up. It's, oh, the
Right.
world is fucked up.
Oh, we're all fucked
Oh,
up.
okay.
Yeah.
And and I mean, we're all doing the best we can, man. And I don't know. I'm hoping that this renaissance that I'm wishing for
Hmm.
happens, and that we all get to be a part of it, and we all get to change the
Oh yeah.
structure so that we can all do more than just barely fucking survive.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
That would be wonderful.
I believe.
I
Yeah,
believe that too.
I
I
believe there's
believe.
a renaissance coming, and I think
Yeah.
it's just like creators just need. There's a point, and more and more people are at that point, knowing that they're sick and tired of waiting, and so they're
Yeah.
Oh
going to
yeah.
figure out what they can do creatively to push forward with the limited resources that they have. And
Yeah.
I think that's just going to, and that's going to breed some of the most creative content there or films there are out there. So
Bring it. I'm ready.
we're ready,
We're ready,
ready
dude.
for it. Yes.
Um, do we need to wrap this up, Christine? We've gone an hour.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Jason, for coming
Sure.
in and hanging out with us. You got to come back. We gotta chat it up even more. We can't talk about film stuff for only under an hour. That's
Right.
impossible. You
Yeah,
got to
man.
come back.
I could go on for days,
Me too.
and I go
Me
on a lot of
too.
side quests.
Me too.
Side tangents. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, big time.
It's a
Do
free
we have
podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
comments on IG?
Um, it's just a positive comments of great interview, super hard. It's crazy that they haven't opened one in Austin, meaning Meow Wolf that we talked about earlier.
Both of these guys are friends of mine.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, Papa Goss and my buddy Benjamin Jabe Tubbs. He and I worked together on many projects, but most notably the Fear the Walking Dead. We were in the trenches together in the prop room.
Yeah.
So shout out to Ben Tubbs. Thanks for
Okay.
watching, bro, and thanks for your help in the prop shop.
Well, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. That has been the Get Reelisms podcast. You know what time it is. It's housekeeping time. GetReelisms.com. Pick up your books. Pick up your hats. Pick up tees like these. Okay? And it's all on
Keeping the
GetReelisms.com.
indie film spirit alive, and go watch Iron Lung. And Jason, is there anything that you want to promote right now? Anything to go? How can people find out more about you?
If you go to atxfx.com, that's going to have the bulk of it. You can follow me on Instagram as well at atxfx. I post there daily, pretty much. So yeah, those are the best two places to go find out what's going on in my world.
Great.
love that.
So if you're looking for a special effects artist, please go check out Jason Vine's amazing work. So
Thank you.
yes. Yeah, I love watching your stuff, and I've always loved working with you, Jason.
Thank you so much. And likewise, I appreciate that. And thanks for having me on, you guys. This was great.
Of
Of
course.
course.
Yes.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. That has been the podcast. We'll see you next time. I'm not sure about next week. I'm not
We'll
sure.
figure it out.
But we're going to figure it out.
Yes.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much.
All right.
Talk